A new One Punch Man manga chapter that isn't a redraw? Boys, today is a good day. Welcome to my One Punch Man chapter 150 of the manga review discussion video thingy. Pretty good chapter. Sadly, we didn't get to see our boy King in chapter 149. We had that setup of, one of the greatest scenes in all the webcomic about to appear in the manga. Sadly, we didn't get anything regarding King, but regardless, we got greatness regarding our boy Bang and Garou facing one another, and finally some backstory for Bang and Bomb, which was very cool to see. Quite a few things to go over, but if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, leave a like to help the video out, and if you need chapter links or you want to talk more about One Punch Man, check out the Discord linked in the description. But yep, hope you enjoy. Let's begin. We start by seeing Bang and Garou facing one another, and they still seem to be around equal or at least relative to one another. But then out of nowhere, Garou pulls out a new stance, which is called the Explosion Release Fist. Of course, shocking Bang and Bomb when he pulls it out. They talk about how that technique was sealed long ago, questioning how he knows of it. We learn that when Garou first left the dojo, he broke into the safe and had a look at these scrolls containing secret techniques, and this of course was one of those secret techniques. Even though he wasn't able to escape with the scroll, just having a quick look at it gave him enough information to now use it, or at least use it to some degree, reminding everyone how much of a prodigy Garou truly was and now how much of an absolute monster he is. Then we have Bang saying something pretty interesting. To think I'd have to settle things with Garou as well with my past self at the same time. We transition into a flashback seeing young Bang. My dude do be looking a lot like Garou and pretty badass in this flashback. We learned that in his younger days he was kind of out of control. He would challenge anyone who seemed strong to a fight and pretty much body everyone. And kinda a playboy type of dude as well. So young Bang may be taking up that Chad role soon. But we learned at this time he was a user of the Explosion Release Fist, and his nickname at that time was the Wind of Blood Bang, which is pretty cool. And this is pretty shocking to see how different Bang was in his younger years. But from there we cut to seeing his brother Bomb, who at this time was known as the Wind of Death Bomb, who used the Whirlwind Iron Cut Fist. And we have them two challenging one another, or Bomb coming to, end Bang's rampage, how he's out of control. We learn that at this point, Bang used his power for the sole purpose of enjoying himself, much different to his way of the martial artist now. But we have them two fighting one another. We don't get to see the full fight, just a little quick glimpse of it, but the ending was Bomb defeating Bang. It must have been not super high difficulty, because we do see that Bomb is somewhat injured, but nowhere near as much as Bang, so he kind of got, clapped real quick. With this pretty much meaning in their younger years, Bomb was indeed stronger, which I believe was something answered by the manga artist a few years ago in a Q&A that a lot of people were being debating on. So yeah, completely confirmed. At this point, Bomb was still stronger. People now may be questioning, was this their prime? I don't think so, because when we did get an art piece of a younger version of Bang and Bomb, as you see on screen here, they're very clearly much older than what they are in this chapter 150 flashback. This is most likely both of them in their prime. We don't really know which one is stronger, but based on this flashback and some other information we get, it's probably more likely that Bomb is stronger at this point, but again, we don't know. But I think it's safe to say at their old age, Bang has now surpassed, or as a whole, from leaving their prime, Bang is still overall stronger. At least that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Now going back to today's chapter, we have Bang thinking about why he actually defeated, talking about how his fist was filled with killer intent while his brothers had none, and that's probably the reason why he was defeated. So he decided to seal the Explosion Release Fist, and then spent many years training to develop the ultimate defensive art, the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist, his current martial art that he would later learn to teach people in his dojo, including Garou. From there in the flashback, we have Bomb thinking about him becoming a hero, and that the only reason he did this may have been because of what Bang did to him in the past, and that he was trying to pretty much reform himself, and this is the path he decided to go down to actually do this, which of course is pretty interesting. We actually see the conversation between both of them about what they're going to do about Garou, with Bang telling Bomb it's going to be settled between master and student, but Bomb made up an excuse that he might go over his dojo next so he could work alongside Bang, but in the end it'll be up to Bang to defeat Garou here. And then we cut back to the fight. So yeah, pretty cool. Them fighting one another. We have Bomb pointing out that at this point Bang is being overwhelmed, so Garou again continuing to evolve, and now that he's pulled out this explosion fist, he's getting even more of an advantage, and the explosion fist may still be superior, regardless of Bomb also pointing out that Garou's technique is still incomplete. But something interesting I noticed, he questions whether Bang will actually also use the explosion release fist, but we clearly see that Bang isn't going to put it out. Even though he's most likely going to get defeated at this point, he's refusing to go back to his old ways and defeat him with his water smashing fist. We have him telling Bomb to watch carefully as he charges Garou again, still trying to push forward and defeat Garou, screaming to Garou, "Can you hear me, Garou? I know this should reach anyone possessing your level of talent. You can hear it, the voice hidden within my fist. I am a failure as a master." Talking about how he neglected his relationship with the students, everything is done wrong, and that after he defeats Garou here, he will retire from being a hero. The two of us will be master and disciple once more. Let's start over from the beginning. And actually, after saying that, we see Garou's monster like shell around his eye actually breaking off a little bit. So Bang's words may be actually getting to Garou, or his power is actually starting to break down Garou. But that's all we get regarding that fight. Then for the few remaining pages, it kinda was stuff we already saw in chapter 149 of the Black S's pretty much destroying Genos, Tatsumaki being knocked out, Genos trying to save Tatsumaki, them calling Genos weak and pretty much getting absolutely clapped, and that's where we had King arriving in chapter 149. So I'm hoping that next chapter we're finally going to get that King greatness, one of the greatest scenes of all time, him facing all the high ranking monsters, and maybe potentially the end of the fight between Bang and Garou. Apart from all that, we still haven't seen our boy Saitama, Flashy Flash and Blast ever since that crazy chapter however long ago it was. So when are they going to return? I'm guessing after the fight between Garou and Bang concludes, Garou ends up evolving more, then we end up seeing that crazy super hype king scene, then the arrival of everyone else. That's what I'm thinking. And we also have Metal Bat as well on the rise, and he wasn't actually part of this arc in the webcomic, so he is kind of a wild card in this arc. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff to come. Cannot wait. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe. As always, make sure to follow the Twitter as well for more greatness, and shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon. These absolute mad lads. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.